Good afternoon, all. I would like to thank ARC-AIUS to give me this opportunity to speak on this topic. Vitro Can I start? Vitreoretinal surgery is the most demanding subspecialty to master due to the delicate nature of retina, the myriad procedures to learn, and the need to adapt to evolving technology. Not surprisingly, the learning curve is incredibly steep. The steep road for becoming an astute, efficient, and competent VR surgeon demands endless practice, perseverance, and a compulsive attention to detail. Achieving this goal requires an active commitment. Retinal diseases have become a significant cause of low vision in every part of the world. The posterior segment complications of anterior segment surgeries are on a rise. So with the increasing burden of retinal disorders, all ophthalmologists should be trained in diagnosing and managing the common retinal conditions. Over the years, the process of surgical training has evolved from an unstructured apprenticeship of unlimited duration to a more organized Halstedian pyramidal model to the current standardized rectangular model with defined timelines. However, the essential concept of see one, do one, teach one continues to be ingrained. The Indian education system still works on the Gurukul model. The Accreditation Council for Graduate Medical Education is responsible for residency program in the US. Evaluating surgical expertise of the residents is a core competency. The number of surgeries, though reduced by ACGME of VRS as primary surgeon from 3 to 1, but still one case is mandatory. The practice patterns of VR surgery were studied in US in 2008. The majority of residents had no primary buccal experience, and a significant minority had a no primary vitrectomy experience. However, a large number had an experience as an assistant surgeon. The Reed study for young ophthalmologist perception of residency programs in India concluded that it varies considerably from program to program. A nationwide survey of residency trainers showed that while the departmental heads were generally satisfied, the residents felt that their training was inadequate and perhaps incomplete. This shows the surgical exposure for retinal detachment surgery, which is almost negligible compared to the other surgeries. If you see the numbers, the observed assisted is still comparable to the other surgeries, while performed under supervision and independently are almost negligible, though present but negligible. So a lack of standardized curriculum, limited number of faculties trained, the lack of equipment are major hiccups. Articles from IGO even say that we may be missing the wood for the trees. The hard infrastructure is in place, but perhaps not the soft skills. The Reed's Report 6 compared residency training in 2 generations and found that the numbers of retinal detachment and vitrectomy has decreased when they surveyed the 21st century trained ophthalmologists. A study of medical colleges by ARC of AIUS provided evidence of huge gap in infrastructure and lack of subspecialty services. Another survey of medical colleges pointed to the deficiency in academics and research. So what can be done? Quality teaching and learning can be accomplished even in the absence of state-of-art equipment by incorporating the ACGME concepts of supervised training and graded and progressive responsibility. Incorporation of the ICO OSCAR modules can make the surgical skill evaluation more objective. Subtle reorganization within the department, time management, motivating the young faculty, one-to-one mentoring of residents will go a long way. With the advent of digitally assisted VR surgery like Ingenuity, surgical virtual reality stimulators like IC, we have no reason to not teach. Exit examinations are mainly theoretical and practical exams are based on case presentations. So a robust methodology to judge the surgical skills of passing out resident is needed. Residents have a major role to play in having their training transformed into a holistic experience by incorporating the 6 ACGME elements. They should actually participate in surgical training by assisting, operating under supervision, and then independently performing. This was an article in which the fellows published their surgical retina training protocols, and they found that keeping a surgical journal, spending time reviewing videos and films, working with various faculty, discussing your complications, help in the surgical training. This was a bestseller published in 2008 by Malcolm Gladwell, who popularized the idea of the 10,000-hour rule by retrospecting, evaluating the success stories of Beatles' musical talents and Bill Gates. So when we know the lacunae, we know what all to do and how to do. Why not do it early? Patients are plenty, pathology is varied, teachers are vastly experienced, And students are the cream of the fraternity. So all that we need to do is a will to change and do our very best through what is possible under the given circumstances. Thank you.